And welcome to Unity in the Community. I'm Ernie Floyd. The Unity in the Community show embraces the city of Worcester's diverse cultural communities, the music, the arts, and healthy lifestyles. And this episode we're having Unity in the Community is no different. When it comes to culture, right here in Central Massachusetts, the city of Worcester has changed drastically over the years. When you talk about culture, in the beginning, I would say, back in the day, as they would say, right, the culture here in the city of Worcester was kind of like Irish, Catholic, Polish in the sense of that nature, French, you want to throw that in there. But now it's changed over the years. A little bit of everybody has come in, and that's what our theme is going to be about in this particular show. When it comes to culture, we got an exciting event that's coming up. We want everybody to know about it and also to participate and be involved in it. And joining me now is my friend Sherine Brown. She's the president of FAMBILY, and also Patrick Chambers, who's the vice president of FAMBILY. And welcome to Unity in the Community.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Really appreciate that. So you have some special events coming up. But before we talk about the special event, let's talk about the president of FAMBILY. So Sherine, tell us about FAMBILY.
Okay, so FAMBILY Corporation was formed recently on March 3rd. We started the organization. We were actually, we thought about putting this event together, and we said we wanted to do something for Jamaica in spite of the hurricane that took place last year, October 28, 2025. And so we decided to do this in the city of Worcester to impact Worcester and to get Worcester residents to be able to help Jamaicans who are affected to rebuild and to restore their lives.
Very good. And that brings us to here, right?
Yes.
Okay. And so you have the vice president here. So Patrick, tell us about yourself.
Well, I am the vice president, executive vice president.
Executive VP.
Yes,
okay.
Thank you. And
I'm impressed.
I'd like to tell you what FAMBILY means. FAMBILY actually is an acronym that means friends and members building inspiring lives yearly. So we plan to do something every year in Worcester to see if we can upgrade or make better and bring a closeness of the Worcester residents.
Thank you. I really appreciate that. When you talk about FAMBILY, when it comes to FAMBILY, it's newly incorporated. And we have a caller that's going to be joining us pretty soon, which is one of your members, and we have him on hold. And we're going to have a chance to speak with him. That's Arnold, I believe, right? And Arnold Kelly, he's the director of FAMBILY. He's going to be joining us pretty soon. We're going to invite him in. But when it comes to this FAMBILY coming together, it's a newly formed organization. It hasn't been around for a long time. And you mentioned earlier, Sherine, why it came together. And this is going to be your first event coming up. And what's the name of the first event that you're looking to incorporate here in the city of Worcester?
Okay, so the first event is called We Will Rise. And so this We Will Rise came from, for those who know, the foster triplets or triplets in Jamaica who actually are singers who they go internationally and they sing locally as well. And so we collaborated with them to do this effort to help those who were affected by the hurricane. And so,
okay.
Yeah.
And if I may just add this, Ernie,
yeah,
part of our collaboration with the foster triplet is that the foster triplets presently are building homes in Jamaica for those who are desolate. And so we have collaborated with them, and the proceeds of this concert and a prior one that we had a dinner and a fun time.
Nice.
The 21st of March. We had that has passed, but this is the second event that we're doing, and the proceeds will go towards building homes for Jamaicans.
Will that be building home for Jamaica in Jamaica? Or
in Jamaica.
In Jamaica?
In Jamaica.
Well, good Jamaica, for you.
Yes.
So let's bring in Arnold Kelly. He's the director of FAMBILY, and he's on the line right now. Let's see if we can hear him and see if he can interject with our conversation. Arnold, welcome to Unity in the Community.
Hey, thank you, and I love that name, Unity in the Community. That's what we're all about.
Thank you very much. Well, I knew that you guys were forming this corporation, so I figured that I named the show that just for you guys.
Thank you.
So, Arnold, you are out of the country, and thank you for taking an opportunity to call in. And what role do you play with this special event?
Well, what role do I not play? Well, let's start with that. Well, actually, I am dealing with a lot of on the marketing side in terms of producing of directing the flow of the advertising, the flyers, the website, and all that jazz. And also, I'm going to be one of the MCs on the night. And so I look forward to, even though I'm not in Worcester right now, you know, I feel so much a part of the community, and I look forward to being there on the night to share with the community and to just do what we can, because, you know, if not us, who? And if not now, when?
I totally agree with you. That's a very good comment that you're making right there. You said the 9th, the 9th of what particular month?
May 9th,
May
2026.
9th. Looking forward to this. And the program's called Rise.
We will rise.
We will rise.
Yes.
So now Arnold, and we have Patrick, and we have Sherine. Arnold Kelly, the director of FAMBILY. Once again, welcome. And we also have Patrick Chambers, and we have Sherine Brown. Now, each one of you guys are coming together, all right, in different capacities, and you form this organization. But prior to this organization, Sherine, what were you involved with?
So I've always been involved in different efforts of helping people who are in need. And so I'm always have a passion. I'm passionate about helping others. In my role as a, you know, in the social work aspect of field, I'm always helping others. And so I see the need to then do this to extend my services to others who are in need in different countries as well.
And then at the same time, Patrick came in. So Patrick, prior to formulating this organization, what were you doing?
Well, I'm a member of the Pleasant Street Seventh-day Adventist Church here in Worcester, and I work with more closely with the young people. I have a passion for young people because when we are gone, who's left? So if we don't mentor and train them now, what do we have left? And so I have been training them in bands. I have trained, this is my second band I have had trained, but I don't play any instrument. So I see that as a gift because I'm very good on hearing, and that's how I know when something sounds good or not. But that's our passion. And my wife and I, sorry she couldn't be here, Sherry, she is the CEO. But when we travel, we always look out for young people to see how we can influence and inspire them to do better.
I find that amazing because of the fact we need more of that, especially during the times that we're experiencing right now, whereas everyone's giving, loving, and supporting one another. This diversion of the dissecting and pulling apart people and pulling apart society. And the more I hear about it, the more I hear that as a whole, we're not benefiting. And the more I hear about it also is the fact that I don't see whatever the plan they feel as though that's going to be a progression. Somebody obviously could be benefiting from it, but the majority isn't. And so obviously history has shown that we've been through this cycle before. I wasn't there, but at the same time, if you know your history, it doesn't last. Trouble don't last always, right?
Right.
And so Arnold, probably coming to this. Thank you, Arnold. So Arnold, coming to this situation, meaning this organization, what were you doing prior to meeting everyone?
Well, my background is in radio broadcasting.
Oh, welcome.
Started out in radio way back in 1986 as a volunteer on a program called What's Right with Teenagers. So I too started working, you know, with young people as I was very young at the time. And I continued. And one of the things that I think that I am proud of, that I'm most proud of at this point, is that after 39 or so years in radio, one of the programs that I worked with a team to develop at NCU FM, which was the last radio station I worked with up to the end of 2024, was a program called Acts of Kindness. And we started out by sharing stories in the morning, and we would invite people to send in their stories. You know, have you seen anybody who showed kindness to another person and you want to share it? You know, have you experienced the kindness of another person? And it grew into something much bigger. We got a new sales manager who just thought, look, this is bigger than what we're doing with it. So she decided we're going to take it out on the road. And we took it into the schools and into the community. And it is one of the things that I I've left there that I am so proud of. Acts of kindness, because it is about helping people. It's about being there for those who can't do for themselves, or who can't give back to you necessarily, because there are some people who will be kind to you if they feel that you might turn around and be kind to them afterwards. But, being in a position or in a place where you can look at a situation and say, hey, here's where I can help, even though I don't expect anything in return. That's the kind of kindness that I admire and support all the way. It was easy for me. It was easy for me when I was asked to be a part of it.
I really appreciate what you're saying, because of the fact that you can turn to a newspaper, you can turn on the television, you can listen to the radio in some instances, or the news on any capacity, and all you hear is dissension, all you hear is distress, and a lot of angst that's going on around the world. And I have to say, this is really refreshing, as We Will Rise, which is your theme in reference to the rebuilding of Jamaica, the hurricane, this benefit concert that's going to take place at Worcester State University. And at the same time, being at Worcester State University, remodeled, refurnished facility. I haven't been there since it's been remodeled. I was there prior, and a lot of different events that took place there. So I'm looking forward to being here at this concert. And like I said, it's really refreshing to hear and have you guys come on Unity Radio to talk about this, because it's like this. You guys give me hope that
Awesome.
people, that people. It's good to hear that people care. Like that. So what we're going to do is you have a special act to come up that's going to be performing as well. And Patrick, you solely took the opportunity to pick this group, right? You put this group together, and what could people expect to hear from this particular group?
You mean the artists?
The artists.
Well, the artist that we chose they are well known, well loved by people, and their humility is what I strive for, because they have such a unique bond. It's 5 of them, the triplets plus their mother and father. They are so closely knitted that I, as a parent myself, have learned so much from them. The way they carry on, the way they talk to each other. It's so refreshing. And every time that they perform, they have this height of spirituality about them.
Mm-hmm.
And people just love them. The music they sing is just soothing and excellent.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
So it seems as though this group really
if I may
represents. Oh, sure, Arnold. It seems as though this group really represents what this whole We Will Rise project's all about.
Yes.
Yes, go ahead,
Yeah.
Arnold. Yeah.
Yes. And one of the things too is that they, while they're, you won't find that kind of harmony in many places.
Mm-hmm.
And considering this is unique, because these are three children born together, so to speak. They're triplets, and their harmony is impeccable. And outside of that, it's the outreach that they have been doing. A couple of years ago, when Hurricane Dorian struck the islands of the Bahamas, these kids went. I mean, they were in their teens, at that time, and they went and they traveled. As a matter of fact, they traveled with us as a station. We were in our Act of Kindness broadcast. They would show up and they would perform in the schools and so on. And in every stop and everywhere they would go, they would make an appeal, and the persons would donate. And they were able to donate $1 million Jamaican dollars. Of course, that's, I mean, not $1 million US, but it was,
Sounds good.
But $1 million Jamaican dollars to the school system in Bahamas, to say, look, whatever this can do, it can make a difference. So we're making this difference. Just the following year, they donated, they refurbished a ward of the hospital in which they were born, the children's ward.
Mm.
And they've moved on to where there was a family that got burned out and lived in an abattoir, I mean, a slaughterhouse. Literally, that's where the family was seeking refuge because they had nowhere to live. and they raised funds to house this family, to put a structure together so the family could have a roof over their head again. And so these are the things that would have drawn us so much closer to them to say, look, we want to partner with you in doing this. So it's not just about the quality of the music, and as Patrick says, it's also a beautiful example of how parents and children relate. And if you're with them on the night, you will see what we're talking about.
Well, we look forward to hearing that group, and that's another way of just paying it forward. Okay, you talk about the triplets, we're going to talk about the family, we're going to talk about the band and music, and other different entities that's going to take place at the We Will Rise program. It's going to be May 9th, right here in the city of Worcester at the Sullivan Auditorium, which is located on the campus of Worcester State University. Joining us, as you just heard, was Arnold Kelly, Director of FAMBILY. Also joining us is Patrick Chambers. He's the Vice President, as well as Sherine Brown. She is the President of FAMBILY. We're going to come right back here on Unity in the Community with Ernie Floyd on Unity 979, Worcester's Community Connection.
Hey, this is Ricky Duran, and you're listening to Unity Radio on 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection.
How's business?
Good. Are you up to speed with the new beneficial ownership reporting requirements?
Sort of. What's it about?
It's a new initiative to help fight crimes like money laundering, fraud, and drug trafficking. A lot of small businesses like ours just have to report some basic info to the federal government about the real people behind them.
Reporting your company's beneficial ownership information is quick, secure, and free, and it helps protect U.S. national security. Learn more at fincen.gov/BOI.
Hi, I'm Ernie Floyd, host of the Unity in the Community Show on Unity Radio 97.9. Join me and my guest as we discuss topics on embracing our diverse cultural communities, the music, the arts, and healthy lifestyles. I'm Ernie Floyd, host of the Unity in the Community Show, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. on Unity Radio 97.9, Worcester's Community Connection.
Looking for a meaningful way to engage with members of your community and make a difference? Volunteer with the Massachusetts Senior Medicare Patrol Program and help prevent Medicare fraud. SMP volunteers work in their community, educating their peers about how to prevent, detect, and report healthcare errors, fraud, and abuse. Visit our volunteer open house at masmp.org. Join our team and help us fight fraud. Together, we can make a difference. This project is supported by a grant from the U.S. Administration for Community Living.
You're listening to Unity 97.9 FM, WUTY. Let's talk, Worcester.
And once again, welcome back to Unity in the Community. The Unity in the Community Show embraces the City of Worcester's diverse cultural communities, the music, the arts, and healthy lifestyles. And I'm very pleased and honored that We Will Rise, which is a Rebuilding Jamaica Hurricane benefit concert, going to take place right here in the city of Worcester at the Sullivan Auditorium on May 9th. Doors open up at 7 p.m. There's a variety of artists that's going to be invading that particular facility and looking for the culture, looking for the music, and also I'm pretty sure you're going to bring some food as well. And so the question I asked you earlier was involving the Sullivan facility, which is located on the campus of the Worcester State University. How were you able to get that facility, by the way?
Well, we have one of our members who was invited to join us and without any hesitation joined is Dr. Lewis from he's a faculty member at Worcester State University. He was able to get us in contact with some of the people, the players. And so we were able to secure the place, to rent the place, and to get some of the amenities offered to us so we can use.
Good for them. So once again, for more information, you can text 978-447-8786. Or you can go to www.fambily. That's FAMBILY.org. So we encourage everyone, all cultures, all races, to participate and to support this very important endeavor that's taking place right here May 9th. That's a Saturday, 7 p.m. 2026, joining us. Once again, joining us is Arnold Kelly. He's out of the country right now. He had the opportunity to chime in. He's on the line right now. Director of FAMBILY. Also, we have Patrick Chambers, who's in the studio with us. He's the vice president of FAMBILY. And of course, we have Sherine Brown, and she is the president of FAMBILY. And so, Arnold, it seems as though that things are happening. You got a good rhythm that's taking place here. And thank you for calling in. Understanding you're calling in from Canada.
Oh, yeah. Yes, it's a little cooler than Jamaica. I moved here. Adjusting.
All right. So did you know everyone prior to this project, or was this something that when everyone came together, they had an opportunity to start meeting one another, Arnold?
Well, I've known Sherine from Northern Caribbean University. I was head of media at the Northern Caribbean University, head of the NCU Media Group I've been there since 2006. So that would be like 18 years. I left there just over a year ago, as I mentioned. And she was a student, so I knew her from that time. Patrick, I never met him, but I was a good friend of his brother. So actually, it was one of the meetings that I realized the connection. But, when good things happen and people come together, then, exciting things happen. As for the artists, the foster triplets, I normally say, these are my children, but they have their own parents. We've been with them from they were very small, with not only just following their ministry, but also working along with them to get to where they are today. And, they're ever grateful. So they're always happy. And so they were very excited about jumping on board and to work with the team. Among the others, if you're talking about everybody, well, the artists, K. Anthony, who is a Juno Award winner, for those who know what the Juno Awards are, it's kind of like the Canadian Grammys. So he's Jamaican, but he lived in Canada, studying now in the US. But he has won, I think, 2 Juno Awards, including Album of the Year last year for 2024, and the Artist of the Year for 2023. So we do have a stellar lineup. Robert Bailey, also a very well-known Jamaican, who is now in the New York area, and he is going to be on the lineup. And then we have some great artists from right there in the Worcester area, and I'm sure Patrick and Sherine, they're excited, and they could tell you more about the local artists from your community.
Yeah. So Sherine, Arnold was able to share with us the connection between you and him in this whole project as well. So Sherine, tell us about your connection between Patrick and this organization.
Okay, so with Patrick, as Patrick mentioned earlier about Pleasant Street, that he's a member there and active member, very involved. So I was also a member of that church. And so I met Patrick in that way. And then I'm also instrumental in putting on, I love to put on social activities, just anything that brings people together. That's me. So Patrick is also the person who loves to bring people together, very fun loving, loves a lot of, social activities like myself. And so I saw myself in him and I said, I'm going to team up with him. I think it would be a good team together to really help to put together a bigger event that will impact many people throughout Worcester.
All right. And Patrick, yourself as well. She kind of mentioned a little bit how you guys got connected and how you share with me how your version of being connected with Sherine and also your version of being connected with Arnold.
Sure. So Sherine, yes, we shared some social and there again, youth, social events with the youth at her church. She invited me over because I'm the fun guy. And so we said, we have to do more than this. This is not enough, and then my wife, Sherry, and her somehow had the same idea about this. And they talked, and it was surreal how they just came up with the same idea. It's like she's talking her thing, and she's and they came up with that, and then it branched out from that, and we have some great people that we have collaborated with.
I'm really glad that you guys all came together because of the fact I just said earlier, We Will Rise, which is a program that's going to take place May 9th at the Sullivan Auditorium at Worcester State University, 486 Chandler Street. Anyone that's interested, be there by 7 p.m. There's a variety of different prices. You have adult for $35, students for $25. It's a fundraiser. Under 12 is $20, and you get the VIP. Mentioning a VIP, which is about $70, what entails involving the VIP?
Okay, so the VIP, they'll get special parking.
Okay.
They'll get special seating, and also we'll have a little gift for that as a part of that package as well. So
okay,
and additionally, they'll have a chance to mingle with the artists.
Yes,
really,
absolutely.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so I think somebody should text 978-447-8786 and or go to FAMBILY.org and jump on that immediately because they have the opportunity to get involved with us. Once again, it's called We Will Rise, Rebuilding Jamaica Hurricane Benefit Concert Series, the Worcester edition. Is there another edition? This is the first Worcester edition or the second Worcester edition? Or there's another edition somewhere else? Not new edition.
Well, let's just speak to the We Will Rise. The We Will Rise is a series that the Foster Triplet are doing. So it's, and Arnold, you can back me up on this. So we collaborated with them, and we are a part of this We Will Rise. This is not the only We Will Rise that they have had.
Mhm.
They have had several other We Will Rise events. And Arnold, you want to just piggyback on that?
Arnold's back to you.
Correct.
From America to
Yes.
Canada. Let's go.
So We Will Rise. It's always the first one, as I mentioned, was the one raising funds for the Bahamas. We Will Rise, and it came out of a song that they wrote after the hurricane hit the Bahamas, especially for that. We Will Rise. So it's coming from one of the songs, one of their original songs, and so it became the theme for the concert series. And they've gone through We Will Rise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and so technically this would be the 6th. However, we refer to it as We Will Rise, the Worcester edition.
That's nice. And I see you have these beautiful colored posters and these flyers that you're passing out throughout central Massachusetts, right here in the city of Worcester. And I'm pretty sure people are going to be excited to attend this special event. Once again, We Will Rise, May 9th. It's a Saturday. Go to Worcester State University. Once again, I can't say it enough, 978-447-8786, or go to www.FAMBILY. Family is spelled FAMBILY.org. This is an incredible event as you bring in people together, and it's not easy bringing artists together. And these days, artists are expensive, and traveling is expensive, and organizing this is entailed involving a lot of collaboration, a lot of people coming together, and it seems as though it's working.
Mm-hmm.
As Arnold just mentioned, you guys have experience in this. I'm doing some other different events as well. So we're going to come back. We're going to continue this discussion. Okay, we have Arnold Kelly, the director of FAMBILY. We also have Patrick Chambers. He's the vice president of FAMBILY, and we have Sherine Brown, and she is the president of FAMBILY. And we have the honor and the privilege of having them here in the Unity Radio Studios, right here on Unity 979. And we're going to come right back here on Worcester's Community Connection.
Unity Radio.
Worcester, we've got you.
Support for Unity Radio 97.9 FM is provided by United Way of Central Mass, aiming to improve the community and break the cycle of poverty, and the Woosocks Foundation, seeking to make dreams come true for families in areas of education, social justice, recreation, and conquering cancer. Unity Radio, Worcester's Community Connection.
Tune into The Sustaining Life with Susan Hewlett, and together we will find our way to a healthier, healing lifestyle by listening to empowering stories of overcoming our struggles. Join me, Susan T. Ouellette, on Sustained Life every Wednesday from 5 to 6 on Unity Radio 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection. See you soon.
Over the years, you've brought them into your home. You were prescribed opioids after the C-section and after Dad's back injury. They helped when you were in pain, and you held on to them just in case. But did you know holding on to unused opioids puts your family at risk? Trouble with opioids can start at home with unused medicines, such as pills, patches, and syrups. You can remove the risk and protect your family. Find out how at www.fda.gov/drug disposal.
Hi, I'm Siobhan Myers, your host on Talking Wellness, presented by the Kiva Centers on Unity Radio 97.9 FM. As a licensed mental health professional and leader in the field, I believe every story matters and healing starts with being heard. Whether you're navigating life's challenges or lifting others through theirs, I'm here to explore the paths of mental health, recovery, and wholeness. Tune into Talking Wellness on Unity Radio 97.9 FM every Tuesday from 5 to 6 p.m. for honest conversation and inspiration. This program is sponsored by the Kiva Centers, a statewide leader in peer-led support and recovery services. From Worcester to Western Mass, Kiva is lighting the way forward. Talking Wellness, every voice, every journey. Speak up, be heard, and of course, be well.
What's up, Central Mass? This is Angelo Gray, and we want to thank you for all your support. And you're listening to Unity Radio 97.9, Worcester's Community Connection.
And once again, welcome back to Unity in the Community. The Unity in the Community show embraces the city versus diverse cultural communities, the music, the arts, and healthy lifestyles. And we have the pristine pleasure and honor to have We Will Rise, Rebuilding Jamaica Hurricane Benefit Concert Series, the production team, the organization that's come together to put together the special event that's going to take place May 9th. That's on the Saturday at Sullivan Auditorium, which is the home of Worcester State University. And we have Arnold Kelly. We have the good honor and privilege of having him call in. He's a director of family, and he's in Canada. And we have Patrick Chambers. He's the vice president of family. And we have Sherine Brown, and she's the president of family. And they've all come together for the special event, and they're just giddy and excited about the triplets. All I hear is about the triplets. And you guys know these triplets for a long time.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to meeting the triplets, okay? Because myself personally, I have twin daughters, okay?
So VIP?
VIP.
I have a ticket for you.
There you go. VIP. I'm putting it right on the table. Bam, right there on the table right now. So I'm really excited about it. And I did say earlier too as well that the fact that how you guys are bringing this together, because as I said, the world or the country or wherever you want to say is at a divide right now because of the nature of our leadership or lack thereof, depending upon what side you're on, of course. So this is really refreshing. So I encourage everybody to come out. You have an adult price, you have a student price, you have an under 12 price. Tickets are $35, and you have a variety of different prices. And I hope that everybody really comes out to support this event. And so the event, once again, Sullivan Auditorium, 486 Chandler Street. And then you can text 978-447-8786. And there's a website, www.family.org. Now, you mentioned there's other different artists that's on this platform, okay? On this project. How many overall are going to be performing? What'd you say, Sherine?
So we have a total of like 10 of them that will be performing. So which includes the 4TM Ministries, 4TM, and we have Mahusi, who she just had her album launch in last year in Worcester as well. So she's well known throughout Worcester. We do have Brian James, who is a steel band player. So that's something that's common too. I don't know if you know the steel band.
Known as a pan man.
In Trinidad. Yeah. Trinidad and those other Caribbean, they are known for, that using that instrument. And so it's very melodious, very good to hear it. And I feel like for those who have never heard that been played before, it would be nice for you to come out and also be introduced to something new. That's something that you've never been, heard before. And he's a great player. We also have Charles.
So Charles Wachuku is an established pianist. He's a professional concert pianist. and he is coming with a small ensemble of a violinist and a celloist, and they will be incorporating their music into the concert as well. We also have Pleasant Praise from Pleasant Street Church, who are young people, because we didn't want to leave them out of at all. And I don't want to call them dancers, but that's what they do. But it's not a dance, it's a praise. So hence Pleasant Praise. They'll be coming as well. And there are two other young ladies who are sisters, the Monongi sisters. They are from Zimbabwe. Their parents are from Zimbabwe, but they're born here, and they also will be performing. Talk about harmony. They are going to be there.
This is really impressive. You're talking about international. You guys are really bringing it, huh?
Oh, yes.
International.
Oh, yes.
And it seems as though you guys strategize and it was strategic in bringing this combination together. You guys really thought it out as well, right? And why is that? Why this particular combination is going to work on May 9th at Saturday at Sullivan Auditorium at Worcester State University?
All right, before I answer your question, I neglected to mention two other groups. One is a family, the David Hunt and family. They are also becoming, will be coming. Jasper is the dance group, and there is also King's Kids. Now, see, we want to mix everybody. Remember, I told you earlier that we have to make sure that we bring these young leaders we're training, and so they'll be a part of it as well.
I think I know David Hunt. Is he out in Lancaster?
Yes.
I've known him for years. He's a pianist?
Yes.
Yeah.
He plays every instrument imaginable.
Yeah. I like to get lessons from him.
Yes.
Oh, wow. He's incredible.
Yes.
So Arnold, were you part of the planning too on putting and compiling this group of people together? And it doesn't seem as though you left anything out. You could seem as though that you got all the countries involved in this project. You didn't leave anything else, like the United Nations of music here, you know?
Yes.
Oh, well, exactly, you know, and that's what it is. And as we talk about it, again, we come right back to where you started. You got it right. Let me say it this way, flesh and blood did not reveal it unto you. Unity is the community.
Thank you very much. Good thing we created the radio station, Unity Radio, so we get prepared and get planned for this. And we like, at some point or another, we like to play the music here. So we have to figure out how that's going to work, okay? So you might have to come back again. We have some time, right?
Yeah.
We're going to come back. We want to hear some of this music. Give a little sample. We don't give them all of it, but we'll give a little sample what people can expect to hear.
Yeah.
We have some local people, as you mentioned earlier, and we have some international people. Just please emphasize the countries, because it was pretty impressive in the countries that you mentioned earlier. Say those countries again where all these different artists are coming from, because I want to really encourage the city of Worcester to go out and support this project.
Well, one of the artists is from Ghana. Some of them are from Zimbabwe. Some of them are from Trinidad. Some of them are from Guyana. Some of them, of course, are from Jamaica.
Okay.
And did I miss anyone?
No, I think you covered them all. But yes, we have a wide diversity of artists who will be there.
Yes.
So.
Thank you.
And I'm pretty sure you have the United States represented.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Well,
Yes, without a doubt.
It's being held at the United States.
There
right?
you go.
It's being
There
held
you
at- so
go.
Everyone's
There you
coming here.
Yes.
Right, like that too. So are they going to be here like maybe a day in advance? Or are they going to be here on the day of? Or is there anything like, for instance, we know the concert's going to be here, right, at Worcester State University. Is there a way where you can is there going to be a meet and greet as well, like a day before or the day of, on that nature, where people can meet these individuals or in all these groups?
Well, we didn't plan that. They will get a chance to meet on Saturday night. Well, one of the things about this foster triplet is that they like to touch the people they perform to. So yes, they will get a chance to meet them, get autographs and all of that, take pictures. I think most of the times that I've been to their concerts, people spend more time taking pictures with them because they're that kind of people. Yeah, so we won't have a time prior to the concert because that's mostly putting everything together, rehearsal, dress rehearsals, sound checks, all of that kind of thing.
Mention some of the instruments that we should expect or should we experience if we attend the special event. Once again, this is the event's called We Will Rise, Rebuilding Jamaica Hurricane Benefit Concert Series. You listen to Unity Radio. I'm Ernie Floyd on Unity 979, and joining us is Arnold Kelly, who's the director of FAMBILY. He's calling in from Canada. Thank you very much. Also, we have Patrick Chambers, the vice president of FAMBILY, and Sherine Brown, and she is the president of FAMBILY. So what type of instruments should we be experiencing?
Certainly.
Melodically that night.
Yes, you'll have a grand piano, you'll have cellos, you will have a violin, you'll have a band, 4-piece band of keyboards, bass, drums, and of course we mentioned the pan man,
Steel pan.
the steel pan. Yes, yes. It's
you know, Patrick.
Yes.
I'm thinking it hits differently when you say a grand piano will be brought in.
Yes.
For the concert.
I actually let me be more descriptive. A 9-foot grand piano.
Yes.
That grand,
Yes.
They're bringing it in, or the university has
It's there. It's there.
It's theirs. Wow,
Yeah.
that's incredible. I find it amazing that you're able to spread the love, spread the joy, and bringing us together. I want this to be successful in your goal in raising the money, because the money goes back to Jamaica, of course, and building that community because of the fact that they suffered that hurricane.
Yes.
And what's your goal, by the way, so that we can have people know that, okay, how much money you're trying to raise here for this event?
I just want to put a plug here, if I may.
Sure, of course.
For Worcester State, we have met, of course, Dr. Ray Lewis, who is one of the faculty member there, and Josh. Josh is the facilities manager or director. Great guy. Anytime we need something, he's always ready. Very professional. Everything has to be, but great working with him. The president, we have not met, but we meet him through Dr. Lewis. And the grand piano was a loaner from them. And we're grateful for that because we tried to get a piano donated, but, Worcester State has been great. And we've been doing a great job advertising Worcester State throughout this procedure or this event.
Yeah, and you guys are doing a great job. We Will Rise, Rebuilding Jamaica Hurricane Benefit Concert Series is taking place on May 9th. It's a Saturday, 7 p.m. And you have an array of artists from all around the country. And I'm looking forward to being there. Yes, I will do VIP. Okay, so that means that I get to sing, I get to perform, I get to. I'm just kidding. You got room for me on there?
The next one.
Okay, yes. I'll be there for it. Once again, you listen to Unity Radio. We have on the phone Arnold Kelly calling in from Canada, director of FAMBILY. We also have Patrick Chambers. He's the vice president of FAMBILY, and Sherine Brown. She is the president of FAMBILY. So we're going to come back. We're going to continue this discussion on how you can get VIP tickets like me, and how you can get under 12 tickets, and tickets for students. There's tickets for adults. And also, you have an opportunity in the future. We're going to play some of the music of those artists. We're going to tease you a little bit later on, not in the show, but in the future, when we have the good fortune of playing the music. And I hope that Worcester comes out and show out and make your goal, and what that money amount is going to be. We're going to come back and discuss that right here on Unity in the Community, on Unity 979, Worcester's Community Connection.
Phone man, there's something wrong with my line. What's up, Worcester? I'm Angelo Gray, and you're listening to Unity Radio 97.9, Worcester's Community Connection. When I dial my baby's number, I get a click every time. Are you ready?
Hi, I'm Gary. And I'm Steve. And we're the hosts of Cannabis 101 on Unity Radio 97.9 FM.
Join us and our guests on Thursdays at 3 p.m. as we discuss the cannabis industry in Central Mass with energy, excitement, and passion.
We both take pride in providing you important information about the rapid growing cannabis industry. Support for Cannabis 101 is provided by Cannabis of Worcester on Unity Radio 97.9 FM, Worcester's Community Connection.
Hi, I'm Ernie Floyd, host of the Unity in the Community Show on Unity Radio 97.9. Join me and my guest as we discuss topics on embracing our diverse cultural communities, the music, the arts, and healthy lifestyles. I'm Ernie Floyd, host of the Unity in the Community Show, Wednesdays at 3 p.m. on Unity Radio 97.9, Worcester's Community Connection.
Everyone has a community, a neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. Community members can be your eyes and ears when you're not with your kids and alert you to signs of potential problems. Learn more at talktheyhearyou.samhsa.gov.
Hello, I'm Pastor Sherine Henderson, Covenant St. Andrew's United Methodist Church, 24 Hamilton Street, Worcester, Mass. We welcome you to worship with us every Sunday at 10 a.m. Let's worship together and love one another. I'm Sherine Henderson, pastor of Covenant St. Andrew's United Methodist Church, 24 Hamilton Street. We welcome you to worship with us at 10 a.m. every Sunday. Let's do it together and let's make peace.
What's up, Worcester? It's your boy AG, better known as Angelo Gray. And you're listening to Unity Radio 97.9, Worcester's Community Connection.
And once again, welcome back to Unity in the Community. I'm Ernie Floyd. The Unity in the Community Show embraces city versus diverse cultural communities, the music, the arts, and healthy lifestyle. And we are talking about We Will Rise, Rebuilding Jamaica. It's a hurricane benefit concert series that's going to take place at Worcester State. It's the Worcester edition. There's been previously events of raising money for Jamaica because of the hurricane situation that took place in the past. Worcester State University, Sullivan Auditorium, 486 Chandler Street. They have prices available for adults, students under 12, VIP. May 9th, that's a Saturday at 7 p.m. And just mentioned earlier that these organizations and these performers are from all around the world. Pretty intriguing in reference to the naming of the countries that you mentioned. So FAMBILY, which is different because you're usually accustomed to hearing family, which is FAMILY.
Mm-hmm.
But in this sense, with your organization, it's FAMBILY, which is FAMILBY.
No.
Like I said, it's according to what you're saying.
No, it's actually FAMBILY.
FAMBILY.
Okay. FAMBILY.
And what does that mean?
So FAMBILY means friends and members building and inspiring lives yearly. And that means that while we talk about that, the word FAMBILY is a Jamaican name in itself.
Oh, okay.
For family, the patois version of family.
Okay.
But it also, for us, it means this acronym is that we're going to be able to do different projects that will inspire lives yearly, both locally and internationally.
Okay. So this is the Worcester edition, because you mentioned earlier you've done some previous projects. What can people experience after this Worcester edition? Once this event becomes so successful on May 9th at Sullivan Auditorium at Worcester State University, what happens next after this?
Well, we have some things in mind. Nothing concrete yet, but we thought about...
No one's listening. You can share with me.
Yes. we thought about bringing the community for a fun time.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there are so many cultures, and this is the first event we did. We had a kind of like a cultural thing where we invited the people to come in their royal garb.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and some came in their Jamaican stuff, some came in their Spanish, whatever their custom dress is. And so we want to expand that a little bit. We'd love to see the kids dressed up like how the adults would, because we want them to be leaders, right?
Yes, of course.
We want them to be dressed and do things that they would do in their culture, like certain games that they would do. And of course, we'll have food. from every culture that would be either sold or we don't know yet, but this is what we're trying to do in Worcester on a nice day outdoors, just having fun.
Okay, so you're going to select one of the parks, right?
Most likely.
Yes.
Okay, and you're going to make it huge.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I like the fact that and they can wear their garb too at this event too, right? You encourage everybody to come out to wear,
yes.
right?
Oh, yes.
Representing their
Yes.
culture.
They can
Representing their culture.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, I said garb, but respectfully, there's names that comes with this attire. What are some of the names that come with the attire? So if I see something from Jamaica or Zimbabwe, what is the attire respectively called? In America, of course, we say suits, whether it's a 2-piece suit, a 3-piece suit, or just a suit. What are the attires called for these special cultures? Arnold, do you want to be able to talk about that?
Yeah, well, some people will just refer to it as, traditional wear.
Yes. Traditional
Like,
attire.
for instance, in Jamaica, you have the dashiki and the
Ashiki. I used to have one of those. Go ahead. Yeah. Power to the people.
Yes.
and a lot of that, and a lot of that, and some of that would find the roots in Africa, and so some people, even in Jamaica, you'll find that when you show up for like events like independence and the emancipation and so on, many Jamaicans would dress in their African garb, and so on. So, it's a wide variety of styles and the colors and patterns.
Okay.
So we want to bring that autumn feel, so folks can have a little better understanding of one another. The more we get to know one another, the closer we become, the more we understand people, is the more we erase misunderstanding.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. Okay, so you finally got this out of me, okay? I've been listening to the We Will Rise, Rebuilding Jamaica Hurricane Benefit Concert Series, Worcester Edition. You're talking about concerts, you're talking about performances, you're talking about the different countries, you're talking about the clothing attire. And it just reminds me during my youth when I attended the Elmelo School of Fine Arts, which is in Roxbury, Massachusetts. And they had costuming, they had music lessons, they had ballet, they had drama. And the flagship program of that was Black Nativity. And in that show, I performed either I was the wise man or I drummed there or I sang. But when you said daishiki, because I remember I created one when I was a youngster. I don't know where it is right now. It's probably someone's tablecloth somewhere, daishiki. And then talking about the different countries, I can't help but think about my childhood. And so I think I still have my drum somewhere. So if you got some room in this concert somewhere, I can bring out my drum. I want, but if I drum, I have to have the whole stage to myself because I just,
Oh, you're all over the place.
I'm all over the place.
Okay.
You never know. And I might not wear my shoes either, too. So I need the space, like that. I wear size 15s. I want to cover the whole space. You're like, I'm just kidding. Come on. No, I'm not. But anyway, it's just the same. In the future, I like to bring my drum out and perform a little bit like that. It's been a while since I played, and this just brings back memories. And so once again, the triplets is really special to you guys. You said that they're still in college, as well.
Still in college.
And the family is made up of 3 young ladies, right? They're in college. They have a mom and dad, of course. And then what is the nature of their music? And what's their style? What should we expect when you come to the concert? 'Cause they're the headliners, is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
they're-
What's their style?
Arnold?
Well, they do a lot of worship music, and they do, if you like country, they've got that too. And in their travels, what I've discovered is that they keep evolving because by going through the African countries, they come back inspired to perform and write music that reflects that culture also. So you're going to get a wide variety, and of course, they're from Jamaica, so we're looking forward to like just a wide variety of musical, a sweet musical experience coming from the Foster triplets. There's something though that I don't want us to miss, and it has to do with, we talked about the tickets earlier on, but also there are persons who might not be able to go to the concert, who we are still encouraging to participate by whether you want to buy a ticket and leave a note to say, well, okay, I can't attend. Could you make this available to someone who does not have the money to go? Or if there's a part on Eventbrite, if you go to Eventbrite to buy the ticket, and the link is there on FAMBILY.org, FAMBILY.org. And trust me, keep watching that space. The real website is going to roll out shortly. But we do have something there, right? But if you go there, when you click on to the link to buy the tickets from Eventbrite, there's an option there to make a donation. Now, what we did not do is to put a limit on you. We would never do that. So if it's $1, $10, or $100, $1,000, there's no limit. So you can go ahead and make a difference. $10,000, $100,000. So it doesn't matter. No cap.
Well, they're spreading this love across the country, and they're bringing that movement right here in the city of Worcester. Once again, We Will Rise, Rebuilding Jamaica Hurricane Benefit Concert Series, Family Corporation in association with the Foster Triplets Ministry presents We Will Rise, once again, Rebuilding Jamaica Hurricane Benefit Concert Series. I'm so excited that you guys were able to share that information with me in the countries that you mentioned. I can't wait forward to listening to the music, seeing the garb of the different styles, and bringing peace and love to the city of Worcester. And we had a good fortune of Arnold Kelly calling in from Canada. I hope all the weather's out there. I hope you're well too as well. You're the director of Family.
Yeah. Well, on the Vancouver side where I am, we just celebrated the first snowless winter in, I think they said 38 years or something like that.
Well, if you've been here in the city of Worcester in Massachusetts, I think we took it all. That's probably why. It just didn't make its way up. It didn't make its way up there.
Yes.
We also have Patrick Chambers, Vice President of Family, as well, who's joining me. Thank you very much, Patrick, as well. And Patrick, you're locally too. And people can go to your church on Pleasant Street.
Oh, yes,
What's
right
the
there
address?
on Pleasant Street, 370 Pleasant Street in Worcester. It's a corner of Pleasant and Russell.
Okay.
So we worship on Saturday, but you can come on down and see what we do there. We have a vibrant organization of youth. It's similar to the Scouts, but they are called Pathfinders. And that's where we train them to be leaders.
And Sherine Brown, are you involved with anything outside of this as well?
Yeah, so I go to the Worcester SDA Church and Airport Drive. So that's 2 Airport Drive. And we also have, vibrant youth and youth programming. We do different health programs and different programs to impact the community. In my role there as the health ministry's leader, I have a walking club as well. And that's something I want to extend to the city of Worcester eventually, to have people join that walking club and be a part of that mission as well, to keep fit and just stay healthy.
Well, thank you very much, family, for coming in. Arnold Kelly, the director, and we also have Patrick Chambers, the vice president, and we also had Sherine Brown, who's been the president of Family. Thank you very much for visiting us here on Unity in the Community.
Thank you very much for having us.
Thank you
This
for
was a
having us.
pleasure.
Once again, We Will Rise, the concert, Rebuilding Jamaica Hurricane Benefit Concert Series, Worcester State University. That's going to be May 9th, 7 p.m. Text 978-447-8785 or go to www.fambily, that's FAMBILY.org. Once again, Unity in the Community with Ernie Floyd on Unity 979, Worcester's Community Connection.
Thank you.